Hi, second grade. My name is Miss Martin, and today I am going to be walking you through a math lesson that is all about fractions. I hope you're excited. I hope you are ready to learn. Some things that you're going to need for this lesson today. You're either going to need a notebook or a piece of paper with a pencil, or you're going to need the worksheet that goes along with this lesson. Okay, if you're using the worksheet that goes along with this lesson, it's going to look a little bit like this. I'm going to show you my screen in just a second. Okay, here it is. So here is the worksheet. It says week 3, day 1 at the top, and we're going to be starting up here at the top where it says introduction. If you don't have that worksheet, that's okay. You can still write things down in your notebook as we go. All right, let's get started today. We're going to be starting with a little bit of a warm-up, okay? In this warm-up, you are going to see a bowl of oranges, okay? You're going to see a bowl of oranges. Here they are. In your notebook right now, or on that piece of paper, I want you to tell me, what do you notice? Notice means what you see with your eyes. What do you see? What do you notice? Write that down in your notebook. Great. Okay. Now I want you to ask yourself, what do you wonder? I mean, what questions do you have about this bowl of oranges? What do you notice? What do you wonder? Write that down on your notebook or in the piece of paper. Excellent. Thank you. So now we're going to move on to this picture. If you take a look at this picture, all of the oranges that were in that bowl are now on this table. So I noticed that all of the oranges were in slices. Did you notice that too? Excellent. I was also wondering, how many oranges are there? Were you wondering that? Well, now here they are, okay? So you are going to make an estimate. An estimate is a smart guess. You're going to make an estimate of how many whole oranges are on this table or in the bowl. How many whole oranges are there? Pause the video and write down your smart guess on your notebook or on the piece of paper. All right, excellent. Welcome back. Okay, so I also made an estimate while you guys were working, and I made an estimate. Remember, estimates are smart guesses based off of how many slices I thought made up a whole orange. So I made a guess that there are probably 4 orange slices in a whole orange. Okay, that's just my guess. I'm not sure exactly, but that's my guess. So I took a look at this picture and said, well, there's 4 slices here. That could be an orange. 4 slices here. That's another whole orange. 4 slices here. That's another orange. 4 slices here. That's an orange. And 4 slices here. That's another whole orange. So all together, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole oranges. So my guess is that there are 5 whole oranges on this table. Was your guess close to that? Excellent. Awesome work, team. Okay, let me erase all of these marks. Okay, here we go. Let's jump into our lesson today. All right, so every lesson has a goal, and this is your goal today. Your goal is going to be to name fractions represented by a region for halves, fourths, thirds, and sixths. We're going to be able to name fractions today. Are you ready? let's do it. So I have a pizza here, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who loves pizza. So this pizza has cheese, it has sauce, and this one even has some pepperoni. So I have a friend that wants to share this pizza with me. So I was wondering how I could cut this pizza so that we could both have some, so that we could share it. So I was thinking, let me get out my little drawing tool here. I was thinking that I could cut the pizza right here. What do you guys think about that? Is that a good place to cut the pizza? No? Why not? Right. It's not fair, right? This piece is for me and this piece is for my friend. Is that fair? No, not fair at all. Because this piece is really big and this piece is really small. Okay, let me see if I can cut it a different way. Since that didn't work, maybe I'll cut it right here. How about that? No? Still not right? Oh my goodness, it's still not fair. I wonder what I could do to make it fair. What could I do to make this fair? Oh, I could split it somewhere in the middle so that both pieces are what? Equal, right? Let's try that. Maybe if I do it right here. Does that look equal? Yes, it does. It does look equal. Excellent. So if I get this piece and my friend gets this piece, will both people be happy? Yes, because these are two equal parts. Very good. So guess what, friends? You just did a fraction. That's what fractions are all about. What is a fraction? Fractions are equal parts of a whole. Let's say that again. Equal parts of a whole. Okay, a whole could be a shape, it could be a circle, it could be a triangle, it could be a rectangle, a square, a hexagon, an octagon, any kind of shape, okay, that we are cutting somewhere to make equal parts. We can draw fractions of a whole by partitioning. Partitioning, that means cutting the shape into equal parts. Excellent. So let's take a look at these shapes right here. We have a circle. This circle was partitioned or cut into two equal parts. So this is our fraction because the two parts are equal. Let's take a look at this hexagon over here. This hexagon was cut or partitioned into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts. Okay, all 6 parts are equal, so this is a fraction. It would be fair for all 6 different people to take a slice, and they would all be the same. Let's take a look at this rectangle. This rectangle was cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts as well. And as you can see, these parts are equal. They are exactly the same. So this is also a fraction. Now let's look down here. Okay, down here we have a triangle, a rectangle, and a circle. With these shapes, I notice something's a little bit different. Do you notice? Good. You can see that where they partitioned these shapes, they are not equal parts, okay? So if you look right here at this triangle, you'll see they made the line right here. They cut it into 2 parts, but those 2 parts are not equal. This part and this part are not the same. So this is not a fraction. Let's take a look at this rectangle. They made 1, 2, 3 parts with their partitions, but are these parts equal? No, they are not equal. So this is not a fraction. Let's look at the last one. This is a circle. They partitioned it right here. Are these 2 parts equal? No, they are not equal. So this is also not a fraction. Excellent job. So let's take a look at our pizza once again. This is another way that I could have cut or partitioned my pizza into its two equal parts. I cut this pizza in half. Can you say half? Half. These two parts, I cut the pizza in half to make two equal parts. Each of those parts is called a half. Okay? All right, so here are some important words that you're going to need to know for all the things that we are working on today. The first word that you're going to need to know is the word part. Can you say that? Part. So if you look at this green piece of the circle, the green section is called the part, okay? Each of these is a part, but this green one is one of the parts. Let's take a look at the next word. Our next word is whole. Can you say whole? Whole. Excellent. So this circle is the whole. We shaded in the whole circle. Very good. The last word that you're going to need to know today is the word equal. Say it with me. Equal. The word equal means they are the same. There's not one bigger or smaller than the other. They are the same. Okay? Excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move over to an app that you have on your Clever page called Braining Camp. Okay? And on Braining Camp, you're going to see a whole bunch of math tools that you can use to help you solve and play with math problems. We are going to be using the one today that is called fraction circles. So I'm going to grab this circle right here, okay? And this is going to be my, let's call it an area model, okay? You can also have an area model that's a square. You can have an area model that's a heart. You can have an area model that's a rectangle, an oval, an octagon, anything, okay? An area model is just the whole that we're going to be working with today. Okay, so I'm going to be using this circle today to show you how we can make different kinds of fractions with this whole. Alrighty, so let's start with our first one. Let's make two parts of this circle. Now remember, in order to be a fraction, those two parts have to be equal. Those two parts have to be equal. So let's find a place where I can cut or partition my circle, okay? Does that look about equal? Good, okay? So these are my two parts. And like I told you before, those two parts are called halves, okay? Those two parts are called halves. So this is a half, and then this is another half, okay? So I have two halves in this circle. When I partitioned the whole into two parts, I made halves, okay? When I partitioned the whole into two equal parts, I made halves. I'm gonna put that right over here so we can save it for later and take a look at the end. Awesome. Now, let's say I want to split this circle or partition my whole into three equal parts. Let's try it. I'm not really sure how to partition it into three equal parts, so I'm going to try something and see how that works. See if it works for me. Let's do this. Straight lines this way. Now, I did make three parts. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. So that's not going to work. So I need to try it a different way. All right, let's see, maybe I could do slices like on a pizza, okay? So I'm gonna make slice here, and then a line here. All right, I did the best that I could. I made three parts, and are those parts pretty much equal? Yes, they are. So here are my slices. Let's scoot them on up here. Okay, excellent. So here is what we call a third. Can you say thirds? Good, okay? Kind of like if you're in a race or playing a game and you come in third place, that's what these fractions are called, okay? They are called thirds, okay? So there's 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, okay? I have 3/3 in this whole, okay? Because there are 3 equal parts. Each of those parts is called a third. All right, excellent. Now, let's say that I want to now partition my whole into 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. Let's see how I could do that. Maybe I'll cut it down the middle this way and then cut it down the middle the other way. Did I make 4 equal parts? Yes. Are those 4 parts equal? Yes. So let's take a look. And bring my fraction right there. Oh, awesome. This is called a fourth. Can you say fourth? Good. Fourth. So I have kind of also just like if you were the fourth person in a race, you would say you were in fourth place, okay? So these are called fourths. So let's see how many fourths we have in a whole. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there is 4. I have 4 fourths in this whole, okay? I was able to partition my whole into 4 equal parts, and each of those parts are called fourths. Very good. All right, let's move on. Let's do one more. Let me do it. Let's try it. Let's see. Maybe I can partition this whole into 6 equal parts. Let's see if we could do that. All right, so I'm gonna go down the middle, go across, and then this. Did I make 6 parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did that work? Are those equal? No, that didn't work. So let me try again. Let's try again. Okay. Get my marker. I'm going to go down, and then maybe I'll go diagonal, and then diagonal again. Okay. Miss Martin tried her best. Okay, so now we are going to see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are these mostly equal? Yes, I have 6 equal parts. Let me put them into our whole. So over here, my fraction parts, I'm going to get the 6th, okay? All right, there he is. Awesome. So that is called a 6th. Can you say 6ths? Very good. It has the word 6 with a TH on the end. TH on the end. 6th. All right. Thank you for being patient with me. All right, I'm going to come back over to my 6. Let's see how many 6ths we have in this whole. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. So there are 6 6ths in this whole. Excellent. I was able to fit 6 equal parts onto my whole circle. So this is what a 6th looks like. Okay? All right. So the number of parts that I have, okay, gives me its name. So when I had 2 equal parts, those 2 parts were called halves. When I had 3 equal parts, those 3 parts were called thirds. When I had 4 equal parts, those 4 parts were called fourths. And when I had 6 equal parts, those 6 parts were called sixths. Excellent. So now we are going to move back over to our worksheet, okay? If you don't have a worksheet, that's okay. You just need your notebook in front of you. All right, so we're gonna move on to an activity that is called food fractions. It's under the section that says activity. Food fractions. I'm going to read you, there's a little story that goes with it. I'm going to read you the story, and then you're going to help me get the correct answer. All right, here we go. It says, Jana has a cake she would like to share with her friend. Show two different ways that Jana could split her cake into two equal parts or halves. Okay, all right, so we have Jana and we have her friend, and she has a circle cake. That is her whole. Here is her whole right here. She wants to partition or split her cake into two equal parts. So let's see how we can do that. All right, let me get my drawing tool. All right, so maybe I could split it this way. Okay, did that work? Are those two equal parts? Yes, so let's try it another way. Maybe I'll go diagonal this time. Excellent. Did I make two equal parts? Very good. Excellent. So I made halves because I split her cake into two equal parts. Each of these parts is called a half. Excellent. Let's move on to number 2. Here we go. Alex has a casserole. That means a large plate of food, a large dish of food. Alex has a casserole that he would like to share with two friends. Show two different ways that Alex can split his casserole into 3 equal parts or thirds. Good, so we have Alex and we have his two friends. So that is 3 people are going to share this casserole. So let's figure out a way that I can split or partition this square hole into 3 equal parts. All right, so let's go over here. I'm not really sure how I want to do this yet, so let's just try something. If it doesn't work, we can always erase it and do it again. So I remember with the circle, I did like triangles like this, and that worked. So maybe it'll work here with the square. Okay, did I make 3 parts? Yeah. Are they equal? Nope, they are not equal. This part, and this part are not the same. So that didn't work for me. So I'm gonna need to try something again. Okay, all right, so maybe if I go across like this and make like smaller rectangles. Did that work? Yes, I made 3 parts and they are equal. Okay, maybe I could do the same thing, but going up and down for the second way. Did that work? Yes, I made 3 equal parts, also known as thirds. Okay? All right, great job. So now what I want you guys to do is you're going to move down to number 3. I want you to take the next couple minutes, okay, on your own. Pause the video if you need to, okay, and complete number 3. Great job. Welcome back. Let's quickly go over number 3 so we can see how you did. Okay, let's go over number 3. All right, so it says, Claire has a brownie that she would like to share with 3 friends. Show 2 different ways that Claire can split her brownie into 4 equal parts or fourths. So we are making fourths here. Let's see. I'm going to do, maybe this would work. Do you have something like that? Great. I have 4 equal parts or fourths. Okay? All right. What about, let's try a different way. What if I did this and this? I have 4 parts, but they're not equal. So that doesn't work. Okay? So I need to try something else. All right. Let's try maybe lines like I did for the casserole. All right, excellent. There you go. I have 4 equal parts. Okay, each part looks exactly the same. So those are my fourths. Very good. All right, so let's see what we learned today. It's always important to go back and remember what we learned. So today we learned that a fraction shows equal parts of a whole, okay? When I'm making a fraction, all of the parts have to be equal. If they're not equal, it's not a fraction. Today, I also learned that we name fractions by its number of parts, okay? We name fractions by its number of parts. For example, the one, when I split the whole into 2 parts, it was called halves. When I split it into 3 parts, it was called thirds. When I split it into 4 parts, it was called fourths. And when I split it into 6 parts, it was called sixths, okay? All right, and lastly, we learned that there are sometimes more than one way to split or partition a whole into equal parts. Okay, so for example, just like I did, we practice up here, there was more than one way to make those equal parts. Excellent. So what you're going to do after this video, you're going to go back and you're going to finish the reflect on your learning. You're going to circle the shapes that have equal parts and put an X on the shapes that do not. You're going to fill in the blanks here by using the word box. Tell me which one shows halves, which one shows thirds, and which one shows fourths. And then you're also going to show me 2 different ways to split these rectangles into equal parts. All right, team. So it was great talking with you today. I hope that you learned a lot, and don't forget to practice. You are more than welcome to log into your Clever page and practice your fractions a little bit more on Braining Camp. Until next time, have a great day.